Welcome. Today I would like to share my favorite recipe for making plant-based Reuteri yogurt. The reason why I like this recipe so much is it has a thickness that's a lot like store-bought yogurt, which I prefer than the runnier versions. You will need a can of coconut milk, you will need a can of coconut cream, a half cup of cashews, a tablespoon of maple syrup, a tablespoon of inulin, and a quarter cup of tapioca flour. Now we will blend it all together very smoothly. Once it is blended very smoothly, pour a little bit into 2 tablespoons of your previous yogurt. Now, if you don't have yogurt already made, then you take 1/8 teaspoon of the Reuteri inoculation. Now, this is a delicate bacteria, so we just want to gently incorporate either the inoculation from the powder or the previous yogurt. If you're using the previous yogurt batch, you want to do that within 10 days of your last making of the yogurt. This will ensure that your bacteria is still viable and nice and strong. Now pour it back into the coconut milk mixture. Mix gently. With my yogurt maker, it is easier if the vessels are filled evenly. So that's what I will do. Now they're ready to place into the yogurt maker. Once the yogurt making vessels are in the yogurt maker, pour warm water up to the level of the yogurt. Place your lid on. Choose the temperature. We want 99 degrees because that's the sweet spot for Reuteri. And then the time, we need 48 hours. Push start. And then we'll return in 48 hours to see what it looks like. It's been 48 hours for the inoculation, so now we can mix the yogurt. At this point, it's still warm and it is separated. While it's still warm, that is the optimal time to mix it. As you can see that there's a thick layer, and now we'll mix it with the runnier layer. This little mixer works wonderful whether you have a large vessel or small vessels. It's easier to use than a regular whisk. And as you can see, it can quickly mix up in a small container or a large container in a very delicate manner. At this point, the yogurt is ready to eat or refrigerate. For me personally, I try to eat it within 10 days. That way the inoculation and the bacteria can be at a higher percentage. And within those 10 days, you can also inoculate your next batch of yogurt. For more health information and much, much more, please visit seventhDayPress.org and sign up for our newsletter.